Hey, what's up, Patriots? It's January 26th, 2024. It's Friday. This is day 1115 of the never-ending FJB nightmare, and we're going to be covering some J6 news updates and chat on Vigil number 542 from Freedom Corner, Washington, D.C., outside the D.C. Gulag. And we'll probably get into talking about the Lone Star Rebellion. How you doing, Patriots? Hey, Carol. Hi, Silly. Ferg, hello. Don't got a whole lot to cover today. It was pretty bad transmission last night off of Freedom Corner there. It was foggy, the bad weather. I had trouble with my stream yesterday, too. So all the phone calls that came in, it was real spotty on what came through on the phone calls last night. I didn't really catch a lot of it. So we'll just go over the highlights, I think. Hey, Debbie Robinson, Pathfinder Patriot, Carol Burton, hello. Newfie Princess, Billy Bob. Hello, all you beautiful Patriot family angels. Hey, C4, good to see you. Debbie Robinson and Ferg, how's it going, Patriots? How's it going? Another day closer to the arrival of the King. So this is J6 News Updates and Chat, where Patriots get together and talk about our country and our freedoms and what types of things we're going to have to do here in the near future. And this is where the trolls come to hear about Jesus. So jump right in, trolls. We're glad you're here. We all need Jesus, and that includes the trolls. And maybe once you find Jesus, you might not want to be a troll anymore, man. Oh, right on, Billy Bob. You learned a lot. That's good. There's a lot to learn, right? A lot to learn. I still got a lot to learn, too. Hey, third of its kind, hello. Yeah, I finally made it, Ridgeline. Got to work on the truck a little. My hands are all dirty. There's always something. Oh, and just remember, it's not red versus blue. It's the state versus you. That's where we're at here in America, Patriots. That's where we're at, right here in this country. Hello, Cindy. How you doing, Cindy? It's good to see y'all. Last night at Freedom Corner, it was a foggy day there. And so a lot of the streams were having troubles. I was on Sapphire Patriots channel, and it was just buffering like crazy. And then Sherry's involved with a lot of the stuff that goes on at the Vigil. She does the roll call and takes some phone calls and says a few things. So it was just not a great transmission last night. But hey, it was still Vigil number 542 in a row. No interruptions. Hi, Tina McCloy. Hello, Nova. How you all doing? So last night, right off the get-go, Sherry made an announcement before the Vigil that she is planning to go on the convoy. Let's talk about the convoy. The Take Our Border Back convoy. And things are looking good, man. I was watching Oreo and First Responder. They're heading up to Virginia Beach. I think they're going to get there by tonight. And they'll be hanging out there, I guess, a couple days before Monday when it launches. And a lot's going on down at the border there. Joe Biden look like he's, getting ready for a little whatever Joe Biden does down there. He's going to take them on down there at the border, it looks like. But you never know. And so that convoy, to Take Our Border Back convoy, launches on Monday from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And that'll be a 10-hour ride down to Jacksonville, Florida that first day. So if you want to get in on the Patriots, time to start planning. Get the air up the tires, and change the oil, get the car ready. It takes a couple days to do that usually if you're going to go on a major convoy. And we got quite a few people coming, it looks like, so far. So Sapphire Patriots doing it with Kentucky. So this will be a reunion for those two. I know they haven't seen each other in a while, and they are a pair, I'll tell you. And she's going to be live streaming it. She's going to try, see how it goes. There's all kinds of hurdles to go over with learning how to live stream behind the wheel of a car. How to keep it going in your car, keep the batteries charging when you don't got a place to just plug into. So good luck, Sherry. We're going to be praying for you and backing you up, too. So, of course, they're collecting funds for all of that. Get on Sapphire Patriot tonight and donate to her Cash App. That'll be posted on there when we're on tonight at the Freedom Corner. Okay, Angelina, what'd you say there? Waiting for shit to hit the fan there in Texas. Well, we're going to be peaceful, right? We're not starting anything, but it does look like it's heating up. I hear there's militia groups heading down there. Joe Biden's walking right up to the line. Ken Paxton, the Texas Attorney General, is not backing down. Joshua Lawler's story on Give, Send, Go. It's really sad. It makes me angry. Here we go. This is from Angelina. Hey, I'm going to share this around tonight, but please read Joshua Lawler's story on Give, Send, Go. It's really sad and makes me angry. Is another J6er, obviously, that this administration seems to feel is not worthy of freedom. All right, and then Tina McCloy, she's got the Lewisburg Vigil going on tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon. That will be from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock on the J6 Vigil channel. She's got phone calls lined up from Bart Shively and Cash Kelly, and that's all I can remember right now, Tina, but if you care, put them in the chat. I-10 will be where the action is after, that'll be Tuesday morning from Jacksonville, Florida over the Baton Rouge. That's going to be Route 10 the whole way across into Texas. A 2-day trip from Jacksonville to Baton Rouge, and then Baton Rouge to Dripping Springs, Texas. Dripping Springs, Texas is the destination point for at the end of Day 3 on Wednesday, January 31st on Wednesday. The convoy should be arriving in Dripping Springs, Texas. Dripping Springs, Texas is 3.5 hours from Eagle Pass, Texas, where Shelby Park is. And that's where all these events that we're talking about are going on with the Texas National Guard and the Border Patrol. We got to wonder what that Border Patrol is thinking, man. I would love an explanation. I would love an explanation from our Border Patrol to find out what's going on there. Okay, so you go to the Give, Send, Go. I'll check that out later there, Angelina. But if you want to, just pop over there, quick look at it, and pop back in. Yeah, so and then once they're in Dripping Springs, Texas, they're going to continue on over to New Mexico, and then on the next day, 2 more days to New Mexico, and then into Yuma, Arizona, where there will be a big rally over there. So Patriots along the way, you don't got to commit to the whole thing. You see that convoy go by, jump in, ride with it for a while. You don't got to commit to the whole thing. If you don't even want to get in your car, get out on a bridge, wave a flag for these guys. Show them you support what they're doing. We stand with Texas. 25 states now have determined that they are backing up Texas, whether either just with a letter, a statement that they're backing them up, or they're actually sending National Guard help down there or something like that. I called my Pennsylvania people today and said, I hope you're standing with Texas on this issue. This is a state sovereignty issue. The government, the federal government, is totally leaving the states hanging and then persecuting them for protecting themselves. This is outrageous. This is another slap in the face. And then I just seen on TV, Joe Biden visits the union people and puts the helmet on backwards. He doesn't, they're just slapping you in the face, America. They don't care. They hate you. They don't care at all. They've rigged our elections. We got to stand up. It is time to stand up. Got to talk to a couple neighbors today, too. They're waking up, man. Coming out of the woodwork. So this convoy, I hope it rallies and grows as it goes along its route. So they're going down Route 95 from Virginia Beach to Jacksonville, Florida. So if you're along that route, show your support for our patriots that are going to be riding. They're going to be investing their time, their treasure. They're sacrificing a lot to make this convoy happen. So show your support in any way that you can, any way that you can. Money is usually the best way that you can support these guys, but if you show up with, like, I do know that when the People's Convoy was there, a lot of people wanted to donate food and clothing and shoes and whatever they had, right? But that did become very burdensome. When we left that Hagerstown Raceway, there was 2 tractor trailer loads of stuff that people had donated that we just had to, we took a lot of time. We had to get 2 trailers to load it up and just get it to, places where it could be used, So the best way to donate, the easiest for the people in the convoy, is to just donate funds. And then that way they can get whatever they need. When you're in a convoy, you're in your vehicle, you don't have room to store a lot of things. So just trying to help you understand the mechanics of being in this convoy. But if you can't get in it, show your support along the way. It would be awesome to see America out there just supporting this convoy. Hey, Colorado, how many people were at Hagerstown? When we pulled in there the first night, there was 400 vehicles, plus a lot of locals. And that first night was like a carnival, man. There was, 1,000 cars there. So there was quite a few people there the first night. And it fluctuated. We were in Hagerstown for 35 days, I think, altogether at the first time. And then there was the Hagerstown Part 2 after the convoy went all the way out to California and back to Hagerstown. So it's a long story, Colorado. Okay, Mariana, Chipley, Highway 79. I thought it was Highway 10 across the bottom there, C4. Okay. All right. And then Tina, you're going to make me a mod when you go live there. That would be great. I'll be there at 2:00 waiting for you there. Yeah, it's pretty easy to do. I hope Roy's there helping you out because you're going to be doing the phone calls and stuff on that Lewisburg Vigil. Late to the game, Colorado? Well, how far away is Highway 10 if you're in Colorado? That could be quite a drive all the way down to Yuma. But in Yuma, there is a big 5-hour, all-day-long rally that will be happening in Yuma, Arizona on February 3rd, the Saturday. And that's also a hot spot there along the Arizona border. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see what transpires between now and then. And we got to play it by ear. We're waiting on the Lord, okay? We're waiting on God to show us the way. Nobody's got the grand plan. Even this convoy here, there's not like one person leading the thing or one organization. This is a bunch of patriots that came together and said, Let's do a convoy, and it is materializing right before our eyes. I think it's a beautiful thing. This is Americana at its best right now. Okay, live with 145 or so. Brittany Perkins is calling at 2:10. Okay, Tina, I'll jump in there. I'll be waiting early tomorrow afternoon. There you go, small water guy. This is the People's Convoy in its nutshell right here. Shorten the story. We had a convoy, met a bunch of patriots, and gave a lot of people hope. Yeah, man, we did. It was unbelievably emotional, powerful, heart-wrenching sometimes. But yeah, it was very cool. Okay, and then, so the other streamers, we got Oreo Express, First Responders Media, Sapphire Patriots covering it, and we got Bruce Levings is a new YouTuber, new live streamer. He's on there. Soup Mama Official, she's running banners on all kinds of Patriot group activities for the next month on her channel. She just posts bulletins on there. If you want to get to know a new YouTuber to follow on any of these Patriot activities that are going on, check out Crystal Sanderson. She puts together like 5 or 6 videos every week, just of assorted YouTube live streamers that are on location in different all over the country, all over Canada. So if you don't know who to follow, maybe spend a little time on Crystal Sanderson's channel there and see if you can find a YouTuber that is live streaming the events that you want to follow. We got a big network now, Patriots. This is really cool, man, that this has all come together. Here's Bruce Levings' YouTube channel. Sub to him. Yeah, I cried a lot too, small water guy, man. Seeing them people up on the bridges, driving down the countryside. You'd see one kid up on a hill with a flag while we were driving past it. It was amazing. The people that came out to support us, not even the people in the convoy, were uplifting, totally uplifting. Okay, here's another part of the network right here. This is Crystal Sanderson, her YouTube channel. Okay. All right, and then let's not forget our own Ridgeline. Ridgeline's heading down to Virginia Beach with somebody else is going there with her, I believe, and they're gonna be there for the send-off of the Take Our Border Back convoy. And then she's going to be visiting back up to Freedom Corner, I believe, on her way home, and visiting here in Lancaster too, and hopefully getting in on a live stream or two while she's here. Because we got stuff going on here, man. We got this Amish farmer thing, man. They're going after the Amish here. The government is going after the Amish people right now. 3 front page news articles in the last week. Government going after the Amish. Can you believe it? Most peaceful people in the world. Okay, did I catch all them links? Boy, you were hucking them up there fast at me there, Sylvia. All right. Hi, Carrie's Musings. Hello. Bonnie. All right, we got the crew. Yeah, Crystal is a blessing. I saw a notification today on somewhere that she's planning on doing a live stream tonight. So if you subscribe to her, you can get in on the live stream she does at night. Usually it's just a chat. She plays some really good music. We just share news items or whatever the hot topic is, and the convoy is the hot topic right now. Our government has turned into bullies there, Pathfinder, no doubt about it. few more months. Can we make it a few more months, Bonnie? I don't know. It's going to take a lot. And in the meantime, these J6er families are just going through hell. Governor Abbott to Tucker, we are prepared for conflict with the Biden regime over our border. And we got 25 states standing with Texas right now. This is a showdown, man. This is a showdown. So if you're in a state, call your representatives. Everywhere, every person in every state has 2 state representatives you should be able to call. You'll have a House member person and you'll have a senator. Okay? So get in touch with your state representatives and ask them to stand with Texas, that this is an issue of state sovereignty. And this is America. This is how the USA operates. The federal government is derelict in its duty at protecting the country from an invasion. We are being invaded. 16 million that we know of have invaded our country without the proper paperwork. And now our government is trafficking them with these non-government organizations all over the country. All over the country, man. Without paperwork. We got to take our shoes off. We got to have a real ID card in order to get on an airplane or a bus. These people don't even do that. They're setting up places for them to sleep in bus stations and airports and curtaining it off and hiring security guards to harass anybody that goes up near the curtains. This news is all over the place, but it's not on television. There it is. Okay, Laura, don't give up, man. Call them again. And then we also had the call to action for the J6ers, man, with these 2 guys, Brian Jackson and Andrew Taki, have been put into a separate area. They're not in the pod with the other J6ers, and there has been no explanation. They're supposed to have an explanation on why they're removed, why they're being disciplined. This is supposedly a disciplinary action. But the whole purpose of having a J6 pod is to protect the J6ers, because DC has spent 3 years brainwashing everybody in DC that they're a victim of the Trump supporters, you know. So if they're not in that pod, they're potentially in danger, and it's not okay. Their own policy says they got to separate different gangs. They got to keep people safe in there. And I don't know if I'll go over it today, but I had all these phone numbers yesterday on the live stream for calling up the Department of Corrections and the Central Detention Facility, the warden, and all that, man. All right, here we go. Here's our call to action for our J6ers, man. Brian Jackson and Andrew Taki taken out of the J6 pod. Call Deputy Kelly Vick. Deputy Warden Kelly Vick. Let me just make sure 207-090-6592. All right, good. Verified. Okay, there's that. I hope you guys had your pen and paper. Got to be ready with this stuff. Info's flying fast. This might be the only spot you're going to get it. Call or write the mayor, Muriel Bowser. Tell her the same thing. What's up with the management at their jail, at that jail that they're having there? And then keep these numbers on file. These are numbers we've been calling for 542, nights so far. And then you got this for, okay, so everybody should have 2 state representatives you can call. You also will have 2 federal representatives that you can call. You should have 1 federal congressman that sits in the House of Representatives in DC, and you should have 1 senator that covers your state. Well, you have 2 senators per state. So everybody would have 3 federal employees or representatives and 2 state representatives to make phone calls to. Excuse me. And then call the federal people and tell them there's wacky stuff going on in that courtroom. There's a judge sitting on a bench in there determining the fate of J6ers' lives that believes that police officers were murdered on J6, okay? Total fabrication, total lie. I don't know who told the judge that, but the judge believes that and has stated that fact numerous times in court cases. There is also unlimited amount of shenanigans going on in the courtroom, and the constitutional rights of the J6ers in that prison are being violated daily, on a daily basis. So there's your phone calls for the morning, coffee and calls every morning. The fentanyl coming across the border, right? Bipartisan border and fentanyl bill. That must have been today, Greg. I didn't read Trump's True Social post today, but yesterday, Trump is asking you to call your states. He's saying, call your states and ask them to stand with Texas. That was right from Trump himself right there. And then I did hear something about this border and fentanyl bill. I do believe Mike Johnson said it's going to be dead on arrival. It's not going to work. It's not a good deal. So they're going to continue to hash that out. The new deadline for the budget, the continuing resolution on the budget ends March 3rd or something like that. I saw 2 different dates for that, but that is soon going to be ending. They'll have to pass another continuing resolution to pass the budget for the government. And we want our Republicans to use the closing of the border in conjunction with the negotiations for passing our budget here, and make it as completely complex as possible. I don't understand it. It's hard to keep up with it. In fact, if you keep up with like baseball games and hockey and football, add all that stuff up, and that's how hard it is just to keep track of our representatives and the bills and how they operate and all that stuff. It's mind-numbing. It doesn't have to be this hard, man. All right, probably Crystal Sanderson, Ridgeline, is going to be doing a live stream. She posted something and said that. We'll see if that actually happens. If she does that, I'll probably get on hers. Maybe I'll do a live stream at the garage. I don't know. Okay, so last night at Freedom Corner, let's get through this real quick. Sherry mentioned that she's going to be she's going out on the convoy. Let's get some money for Sherry. And Kentucky's riding with her, man. This is going to be great. I forget, I couldn't tell who was calling, but they were saying they are not getting mail. This is another issue that you could tell Mario Bowser and the warden. Tell the warden that the mail isn't, for some reason, all mail has stopped. The J6ers are not receiving mail. And the roof leaks. Every time it rains, the dude who was on the phone was saying there's water coming down in his cell. Mark Brew called in. Of course, he just got sentenced 2 days ago to 72 months in prison for stepping into the Capitol for 8 minutes. And he was talking about the capital punishment, and they just executed a man using nitrogen gas instead of a lethal injection. And I'm not up on all the details on that, but hey, we got a nifty new way to, apply a lethal sentence onto people. So I don't know. I can't be celebrating about that, but it is a topic to be talking about, right? Yeah, Sherry in Kentucky's going to be fun to watch, man. JLR, there's another guy. JLR Investigates. He's covering the border too, right? Tons of streamers, man. That's why you got to check out, if you don't know who to follow for that, I mean, you could try searching for it. And all I'm familiar with is YouTube. There's all Twitter, there's Facebook, there's all the other ones, man. It's all out there, but it's not on TV. That's true. Mark Brew, talking about the capital punishment. Taylor John Attackis had another fantastic phone call, and the buffering kind of stopped on when he was talking there. I was able to actually get some of that. And he was just going on, and I was just like, yeah. You know, every time marking a star down, he was talking about 1776. What were they doing back then? What are we doing right now? You know, it's almost the same exact thing. And then he wrote an essay called The Spirit of 76. We don't need licenses for everything. And then we, the people, are the welfare system, okay? We don't need the government to be a welfare system. A welfare system is charity, okay? If we're giving money to the government and then they're like doling it out to whoever they see fit, those people don't know where that money comes from. They don't understand that's our money, that's our taxes. And they don't understand that there's a message associated with that. If I worship Satan, I don't have charity for people who can't find food, because it is do as you see fit. You know, they got to know that money's coming from Christians with a morality and they're sharing the blessings that God has given them in order to feed people who can't feed themselves, or house them, or train them for jobs and stuff. When the government steals your charity and gives it away, they wipe God out of the message. And that's the whole problem, man. That is the whole problem. And we don't need licenses for everything. You know, we don't need permission from the government to do anything, okay? They got us convinced that if you get married, you got to go get a marriage license. If you want to drive, you got to get a driver's license. If you want to get a business, you got to get a business license. If you want to grow food, you got to get a food license. This is what we're fighting against. And we've let them get away with this inch by inch by inch over the last, my whole life, 60 years. And this is what we're fighting against, man. Biden regime freezes all natural gas projects, citing climate change and catastrophic weather. And they're telling you that, okay, the climate's changing and the government can fix it. This is hogwash. This is brainwash stuff, man. Unbelievable. Thanks for that link, Sylvia. So that about wraps up Freedom Corner last night. It was warm out, but the fog and the buffering just made it not like an epic night. Jeff Sable called in, and they had a great national anthem, and the guys are sounding so good in there. It's unbelievable. And there was a good 15, 16 Patriots there last night. So it's we're through the part where we only had 6 or 7 or 8 people there every night. 100 churches burned down up in Canada, Ferg. I mean, they're the enemy of God. What people who support Ukraine don't understand is Zelensky, made the Christian church there, one of the Christian churches there, illegal, man. And you tell that to people, and they're like, no, he didn't. And yes, he did. I think it was the Orthodox Church in Ukraine was shut down. Fishing licenses, hunting licenses. This is not what our government was supposed to do, but we've let them get away with one at a time. Obamacare. You know, they say, oh, you got to get your health insurance here. Well, you should be able to go get your health insurance anywhere. You should be able to not get health insurance if you don't want to go to all the witch doctors that are in the American Medical Association. You buy insurance and they don't. If I had insurance, I was not even able to go to the doctors I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to a nutritionist and get a diet set up for myself when I had my concussion and all that stuff. I wanted to go to the acupuncture lady. I wanted to go to the reflexology guy. He's the only guy that made me feel better the whole time. And the insurance companies don't pay for it. I wanted to go take Tai Chi therapy. I didn't want to go to the physical therapy from these people that go to school for 15 months and think they're an expert at physical therapy. It's a clown show, people. Oh, this was the good news today in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania state files lawsuit on Biden regime, government, and Department of State over election violations. That's a good start, Pennsylvania. 3 years late, but it's a good start. I can't complain about that. but a little late to the party. We got 10 months to go to this election. Yeah, the driver's license. And then they started with the real estate taxes, and then they limit what a church can say so they don't lose their tax-free status. There are all ways of controlling we the people. So you got to imagine they have ways of controlling the people that we elect. And that's what we're finding out now, too, with this Kari Lake bribe and all kinds of information on how they get to people with the Senate sex porno flick that they put in, that got released, the Epstein, filming people doing things. Now they're blackmailed. It's all coming out, patriots, and unless you close your eyes and plug your ears, you're going to see it. And silence is compliance. This is where we got to get visible, get loud. Department of Defense inks a $235 million contract for anthrax vaccine. Oh, we're going to have anthrax now. Okay, whatever. And then to boot, we got nothing coming out on the television or the mainstream media about this stuff, but we do have Gateway Pundit, Revolver News, Bongino, and we got Steve Bannon doing the news and stuff, but then they censor that stuff in the Capitol building. They can't even look up Gateway Pundit articles on the computers in our Capitol. So they're censoring our representatives that we sent there, man. Wrong, Greg. You're absolutely wrong on that one. Absolutely wrong, Greg. I'm sorry. I got to disagree with you there, buddy. He outlawed the Orthodox Church in Ukraine. Ukraine is a money laundering operation going on there. Who's that lady? Victoria Nuland, Greg. Look up Victoria Nuland from our own State Department. Read a little history about Victoria Nuland, Greg Kelly. Okay, we got part 2. The full scope of the Dominion voting machine hack in federal court is far worse. Audit logs can be edited. We got to get all the machines out of our voting. No machines, paper ballots, one-day voting, voter ID. It's very, very simple. It's very, very cheap. That's the cheapest way to run an election also. And you get volunteers. You get bipartisan volunteers to count those ballots then. Yeah. Yeah, are you still breathing, water guy? Are you sure about that? Pathfinder Patriot. I've got a mouth and I know how to use it. Yeah, me too. And the thing is that silence is compliance, man. If you see something wrong going on and you don't stand up and do it, read the story about the Good Samaritan in the Bible, How many people walked by that guy and didn't help him out? And the Good Samaritan, who wasn't even a friend of the guy who was beat up and laying in the street, but he got the guy back on his feet. And his reward was in heaven for that. More gray hair, yeah, that comes easy. So I got like 2 news things I want to touch on real quick here. That Kari Lake bribe. Who started it? We know who delivered it. Okay, we know that guy that talked to her, what was his name? I remembered all these names. Jeff DeWitt. Jeff DeWitt delivered the remark to her. And this apparently happened a long time ago, several months ago. Now, I want to know, where did that originate from? And we got theories on that. A guy on the Steve Bannon show is saying that he thinks it originated from the National Republican Senatorial Committee, the NRSC. Okay, and B, did Kari Lake record that? Or did she not record it? Because if she didn't let that out when she got it, if she had that recording herself, wouldn't she have released it right away? So the potential is there, is that she didn't even record it. Those two probably might not have even known they were getting recorded, okay? So somebody else potentially recorded that, and that's why the late release, and that's why the perfect timing for it right now. And Mitch McConnell is thoroughly involved. He is the controlled, Mitch McConnell and Steve Daines of Montana are the head and control the National Republican Senatorial Committee. Let's get these clowns out of office. Let's clean up our elections and get real people in these positions, patriots. And now's the time to stand up and do it. Former Homeland Security officials warn of terror attacks in America because of the open border. So we got 120,000 fentanyl deaths last year. That sounds like a terror attack in itself right there, right under our noses. But it ain't warfare in the streets. Now they're telling us, they're going to start the terrorist attacks. And no doubt about it. But good luck with that, anybody who's thinking about a terrorist attack, because for every 100 Americans, there's 120 guns. Good luck with that. And that's the only reason this country has not been totally subjugated like every other country in Europe has been subjugated under the New World Order and the UN and the WHO. Right on in that park, blast them, blast away. Steve Daines, going to hear from Annette Park. Look out. Well, the possibility is out there, C4, that she did not record that and didn't even know there was a recording of that. That's a possibility. And we're carrying recording devices in our pockets, and we know that they have access to all that stuff. So the possibility is there that somebody in the NSA knew that DeWitt was going to go talk to Kari Lake, and they might have recorded that and kept it. Didn't even tell Kari Lake. We don't know. I'm just speculating. Okay, I didn't see this, so maybe she talked about this morning. I'm just making stuff up here, but I'm just speculating. I'm trying to think of all angles of what could possibly be the story on this. Kari Lake on Glenn Beck this morning. Okay, well, I'll check that out later. Oh, and what else do we got? And then for the first time, I heard the term Lone Star Rebellion today. So now we got a title for it. We got a convoy that we don't know how big it's going to be when it gets started off. It may start off huge and dwindle out. It may start off small and grow exponentially as it goes down. Every day, it's going to be a path that God lays out, and you're either going to listen to the calling or not. And we will see what we can make of this, America. I know that we got to stand up for our country right now, though. It's crucial. It is very, very crucial. Inch by inch, they've taken it away from us, and we are about to wrestle control of our federal government back from the wickedness in D.C., from the mental illness in D.C., from that courthouse that's busting J6ers left and right, and by judges who believe that we murdered police officers on J6, judges that believe every lie that's out there about J6, judges that won't allow J6ers to present evidence to exonerate themselves. It's like Trump. Trump's going through the same exact thing with this woman who says just lies over and over and over again about some dressing room department store. She just said, this is the dress I was wearing. And they found out that dress wasn't even made when she says this all happened. It's lie after lie after lie. And then the judge is so biased, he won't let Trump present any evidence. So it's a kangaroo court for sure, man. Hey, Jay Jones, flying high with the Texas flag, man. Get down on Highway 10 there, Jay. I don't know if you get in on it or not. Say hi to Sherry in Kentucky when they drive by. It'd be cool to see you in on it. But I know it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice, time and money, wear and tear on your vehicles. It's a sacrifice for anybody that's involved with this. And I'm praising them, and I will try to back them up any way I can. Oh, okay, here we go. Sylvia with the link. Also on Glenn Beck this morning, identity of Taco Joe's illegal terrorist. Okay. Was he really a terrorist or what? See, now that was on mainstream news. So that gives me, even though Taco Joe shot that film and didn't get credit for it everywhere that I've been seeing it, the fact that it was on mainstream news makes it highly suspect. Why is it on mainstream news? Because we know what they're doing with the mainstream news. So, man, it's just, the brain is going crazy. That's why I jumped in and did that live late last night. My brain couldn't shut off, man. I had to get on and see what you guys were thinking. Yeah, Biden's trying everything to take Trump down, and he's got a team behind him, faceless cowards behind him, that are manipulating everything that they possibly can, and they have positions of power. It's rotten at the top, Patriots. Rotten at the top. So I got to roll, Patriots. I got to get some stuff done this evening. I'm wrenching on the van. Got to get some parts here. It's always something. Just remember, it's not red versus blue. It's the state versus you, and we're seeing it clear as day now. So God bless you all, Patriots. I'll see you at Freedom Corner tonight. And hopefully somebody get a live stream going tonight. Either Crystal Sanderson says she's doing one tonight, so I'll probably see you out there if she gets it going. All right, Patriots, I love you. God bless you. This is Jericho. Over and out.